So, hey guys, welcome back to Ponderings from Palm Coast. My name is Mark Webb, and today I just really have been pondering the things that are happening this week, and I want to do a short but intense conversation with you about what's going on and how we can participate. But before I get into that, I want to wish all of you sailors out there a happy birthday. Today is the Navy's 250th year. And it's interesting, my wife asked me this morning, so how can the Navy be older than the country? And I said, well, we were at war with who? Britain, to fight the king, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, and we formed a navy under George Washington to fight the British Navy long before we became a country. So go check that out. It's really great history. So listen, today I want to talk about how we interface with people that think differently than us. And a good friend of mine, Tom Townsend, shared with me a great starting point. Engage, not enrage. And if you practice that during the day with your neighbor, with your loved ones, with anybody that doesn't think the same way you do, by engaging, ask questions. Why do you think it's okay that young people, Hispanic people, black and brown kids come home from school fearful that their parents may or may not be there? What are your thoughts on that? Engage that conversation. And so it will open up an opportunity for discussion. And remember, and I say this all the time, above all, we are all the same. There is no them, there is no us. It's only us. And we are Americans. The success of the government is our choice. The success of the politics that you're involved with are based on participation. And so soon, today is Monday, the 13th, happy birthday, we have an opportunity to go out and be in front of our citizens and have a rally. It's called No Kings Rally. It's coming up this Saturday. And here in Palm Coast, it's at 2 locations, Target on 100 and over by the ABC Liquors where the Palm Coast flag is on Palm Coast Parkway. It's a right. It's something that I personally, spending years in the military, defended us to have this right. But it also comes with responsibility. It comes with behavior requirements. We want to be educational. We want to speak what our thoughts are about the administration, about things that we're upset with. This is not about an attack on a political view, Republican, Democrat. I have good friends. In fact, I've interviewed people sitting right here next to me that are registered Republicans that think the same way I do and you do about the health and future of the city of Palm Coast. That's why it's a nonpartisan race. Because I just got my water bill in the mail the other day. Oh my God. I'm sure you had that same sticker shock when you opened it up and saw that it had gone up by $20-some. That's not a partisan issue. Water bills are received by everybody. That would be a great conversation point for the No Kings, or how we see the decision on the Epstein files or the immigration issues. Pick many of the plethora of things that you have. But smile as people respond. Those with the thumbs up and those with the thumbs down. As I've shared in earlier podcast, I typically go out with an American flag because I believe the flag is everybody's. And I do believe that our flag back in January 6th was hijacked, misused, misrepresented, and being a disabled veteran, the flag means quite a bit to me. And I experienced many times where somebody would drive by where I would be standing with my flag and want to enrage. But at the last moment, they paused and they saw a military veteran standing there with only a flag in their hand. And every single time they stopped, smiled, and thanked me for my service. That's where we need to be. That's the view we need to get to survive this event. And trust me, that's all this is the ebb and flow of history of the United States. We have had crazy experiences within our government. My wife and I just finished the Ken Burns 8-part series on the Civil War. If you haven't seen it, you need to revisit it, because 600,000 Americans died for a belief of a few. But it's an opportunity to see how history ebbs and flows. Our country is constantly fighting with itself and growing. That's a good thing. Conversation is a good thing. And that's really what I want to talk about today. That's really what I want to communicate. And those of you who know me and have experienced having conversations, I have a lot of hope. I believe in the base core belief of everybody in this country wants to try to do the right thing. We don't always succeed, and sometimes we stumble and we make mistakes, and we put our strength behind people thinking they were going to do the right thing, and they didn't. And that's not a political statement, that's a fact. But this week and this Saturday, you are going to, if you decide to take time out of your life to stand up and make a statement. It's just like me in this shirt I'm wearing. I have 2 uncles that served in World War II. They're not with us any longer. But I cannot imagine for a minute the conversation that we're having today about Antifa as just a phrase that means very little to people unless they've lost loved ones. I recently saw a meme that I thought, for me, carried a huge comment on the world. And it showed a picture of Arlington National Cemetery. 300,000 men and women died to fight fascism. So that's just a word. That's just a phrase of people that need to understand it. I wear this shirt because that's how I feel, and I have the right to do that. You have the right to speak and say and dress how you feel. Afraid fear is the consequences of action. The challenge is to have the strength to still speak up, because the few that do carry the load of the many. Right now, less than 2% of our country serves in the military. 2% of our country is out there ready to defend your right to stand on that street corner and hold a sign that says, I don't like something that's going on. I'm okay with that. I'm empowered by that, and you should be. But behavior, respect, is the rule of the day. Smile, wave, be excited. Use your right to get out there and be heard. There's obviously some very clear safety things that you need to pay attention to. If you don't get too close to the curb, stand away, have your phone charged, make sure you have plenty of water, hat, sunscreen, be prepared. It's only for an hour. Bring as many of your friends and loved ones. Do not underestimate the power of a group organizing to be seen and heard. We are part of an entire national opportunity to speak and say how you feel about something. And that's important. I witness it every day when I go to City Hall meetings, how a small group of people can voice their opinion to our city council, and it works. There are plenty of examples to that. We had a concrete batch plant that the city wanted to put in. The citizens went in front of the city and said, we don't like that idea. It failed. We had a fuel depot area that was up on US 1. The citizens, you, got organized. 5051 and other groups got organized, went in, it got changed. So it does matter. Your voice is heard. So participation is necessary. Participation is required. As our founding fathers said, I think it was Ben Franklin that said, we've given you a democracy if you can keep it, or a republic. But we have to work at it. We have to get out there and be seen and heard. And so I'm asking you to be aware of your surroundings, pay attention to the group you're in. I'm hearing that there's a possibility that we may get bad players that may try to infiltrate and cause trouble, or maybe, act appropriately because getting an issue on the news is their goal. They're very few. They're small in numbers. We far and away outnumber those people. And it's important, and I please want you to take this away. This is not a Republican or Democrat thing. There are great Republicans that are political in views, conservative in background, that can stand right next to you and say and be concerned about the same things. So this isn't a them or us. This isn't an attack. This isn't go out and start something. So it's important that I wanted to keep this short, because I know that a 1-hour podcast can be challenging. I am enjoying very much doing this and bringing to you, the viewers, an opportunity to have a conversation, to understand that maybe there's people that feel the same way you do. Someone asked me recently, why did I even bother with this? And after the general election, I felt that the Democratic Party had failed miserably in reaching out to this media, to reach out to your phone or your laptop or your desktop and get you into a conversation. I just recently saw that the influencers, both sides, on YouTube and other channels are reaching 10 times the audience of the ABC, NBC, and CBS of the world. It's becoming the source or the place where people go to get news. So that's why I started this. I really enjoy it. I've had some great opportunities, met some phenomenal people that are sharing each other. So I'm going to take a hard left and talk about something that's very important that I recently learned. Do you own a pet in Palm Coast? Do you have a cat, a dog? If you do, you're a great person, you're humane, you love it. Did you realize that the city of Palm Coast has a requirement to have your pet licensed? I didn't for the longest time. Some of you may know that the Humane Society is struggling financially to take care of the pets in our ever-growing city. The pet license in Palm Coast is $5 a pet. So if it's not too much trouble and you don't have a license, then you please, all they're looking for is a copy of a rabies vaccine from your vet, which everybody should do, and go down to City Hall. Takes like 4 minutes. Hand them a copy of the document with $5 and get your pet licensed. That money could go directly to the Humane Society to help offset the cost of strays and people that unfortunately can't take care of their pets anymore. So I wanted to share that because I just experienced it myself and was amazed. I talked to somebody at City Hall and I said, how many dogs and cats do you have listed on your licensing program? Oh, about 7,000. And I went, 7,000? You know, there's like 110,000 people in this city. Do you think that there are 7,000 pets in this city? So it's not a lot. It goes to a great cause. And if you haven't licensed your pet, please go out and do that, okay? So listen, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Be safe this coming Saturday. Enjoy the day. The weather's supposed to be phenomenal. I know that some of these signs that people have been working on, I have seen, are hilarious. And the artistic nature and everything, and have fun. If you don't have a sign and you're interested in making one, this coming Wednesday at the Flagler County Dems office from 6 to 8, they're going to be there making signs. And they'll have all the art supplies. And I think there's even an artist that's going to be there to help you make the sign. Take your family out there. Take your friends out there. Reach out to your Republican neighbor. So this is an uplifting, positive opportunity for you, the citizen, to simply take a step towards speaking however you feel about whatever issue you feel. Okay? So hey, I want you to stay safe on Saturday. I want you to enjoy the day and go get your pet licensed, all right? Thanks so much for stopping by. I look forward to seeing you out there. See ya.